Hello, and welcome back to the studio. I'm Dr. Wiggo, and today we're going to talk about what people are liking at night, Newton Crosby, lights, and what YouTubers are liking in their studios, tube lights. So I have here the Viltrox K90 RGB tube light 2-pack, $229.99. Yeah, tariffs, you don't know. Right now, they're not too bad. As always, first I'll tell you why I bought these, then we'll do the unboxing, and then I'll set them up here and we'll see how bright they are. If you've watched the channel before, you know why I bought them. Bennett! Yeah, I saw him on Mark Bennett's Camera Crisis channel. He makes me buy so many things. He's an evil, evil man. But I generally like the things he makes me buy, so it's kind of a wash. But anyway, I saw these on his channel and I said, well, that looks good. If you're like me, you said, wait a minute, Viltrox? Don't they make lenses? Yes, they do. In fact, if you've watched my videos from my office where I've been doing the Mac Studio and the NAS and all that other stuff, that's a Viltrox 16mm lens on that main camera, which is sitting just about as far away as this camera is here. And you saw when you're down there, you can see my whole desk setup and everything. So very great focal lens. Great lens. Well, apparently they make lights too. Who knew? But anyway, so Mark Bennett turned me on to these, and they looked so cool, I had to buy some. Because I don't know if you noticed, I have these little lights back over here, my newer lights. I did a video on them way back when. I'll link that below. It's not worth putting in the corner. But they're only about that tall. So if you can look over here on the side of the screen, you'll see that it's really bright green for about a foot. Because that's about how tall the light is. It's about a foot. These are 38 inches, so they're over 3 feet. If I put these over where these are, they will give me a lot more light. It'll be green up there and more green down there, and so that's why I bought them. I wanted more light, and of course I can change the colors and all that. Anyway, let's just open it up and look at what you get. What's in the box? What's in the box? And the only thing in the box is this lovely carrying case. So they're good for travel. If you want to take them, on the road, if you're, I don't know what kind of content creator you are or photographer or whatever, but you can take these with you, and they are battery powered, so they're very portable. I'm just gonna set them up here on the sides of my set and leave it all alone. Oh, what's in this? Oh, they're all tied down. Here we have a little manual and a USB to USB-A to USB-C cable, because you can charge them or run them straight from the wall. I run the ones I have here running straight from the wall with USB-C power, so I will be doing that with these. And then we have our RGB fill light manual in many languages. We don't. Who reads the manuals? Oh wait, there's more. There's 2 lights. You get 2 USB-A to USB-C cables. What they also come with is 4 of these. These are clamps, so you can put them on the light, and these are magnets here on the back. So if you have any kind of metal, you can just put the clamps on and just stick them to metal. I don't have any metal around here, so I'm going to be using a light stand. By the way, you can also use these with stands. You can see they have little things, so you can screw those in. Well, here, let's get a light out of here. Don't you love Velcro? You can never get it all loose at once. And here is the actual light, and you'll notice on the back it has controls here, which we will get to later. But see, you can just put these things on here.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
There. Bit of a trick to it, but you can get it clamped. It wasn't working down here, but I got it to work up here. Let's see if I can get this other one on. Twist it around. Yeah, then it locks in. Okay. I'm not hopeless. I'm just slow. But I figured it out. So if you want to use these mounts, see, now these are magnets, and you can just stick it to the wall or anything metal. I don't have anything metal, so again, I won't be using these, so we'll take them back off. Well, here, let's see if they come charged. Yes, they do. That's kind of bright. Let me see what it's on. That's 100%. Let's turn that down. This is 10%. 10% still pretty bright. And this is 1%. So as you can see, there's lots of little LEDs in there. Now this is set to CCT. Oh, the battery's almost dead. Speaking of the battery is 148 volt, 3,300 milliamp hour lithium battery, which is good for 70 minutes when fully charged, which it is not. In fact, I'm going to turn this one back off. 70 minutes at 100%. You saw how bright 100% was. You'll probably never be running them at 100%, so the battery will last considerably longer than 70 minutes. Apparently the default is to come on at 100% at 3,500K. So you can do all the work the controls from here. Ooh, now we're in RGB. Now we're in FX mode. It has 26 effects, which I will not show you because some of them are flashing and thing and can cause seizures and all that. But yeah, you can cycle through the CCT, HST, RGBW, and then FX, 2 FXs, back to CCT. And of course, you got all these things to control. You can change the color temperatures, you can change the colors, you can do all that. But why would you do it on here when there's an app? Add light. Here we go. There we go. There's my lights. K91.0, K91.0, complete. Add devices. Device disconnected. Wait, what? New scene. We'll call this studio. Lights. Add light. It only found one. Of course, this worked when I didn't have the app recording, so I went back and reset everything, and now it can't see the lights. I'm going to go ahead and install them where I'm going to put them, and then come back and see if I can get the app to recognize them. It did the first time, but I wasn't recording the screen, so I went back, tried to do it again, and that was my mistake. Now it won't see them at all. So, I'll be back shortly.
Later.
Well, that took a minute. So here in the little pamphlet, right here, and then it says how to reset Bluetooth. Press and hold the set key to enter the background setting interface. And looky here, there are my lights. Select all. Well, now it only sees one light. This app is not good. Wait, there it's there. Now it's there. Okay. Well, which one is it? It's that one. As you might guess, I'm already kind of backing off from recommending these lights to anybody because getting it to work. I will eventually get it to work. But for the meantime, I've got one light in my scene. So see, now that's the green. Now that's fairly bright. Where is the, that's 10% brightness. That's fairly bright. But you see now the green is also above the top shelf and through the middle like the older ones, but you see it's also down under the top shelf. So this is the effect I was looking for. I just want it over here too, and I can't get the app to see that light. But as you can see here, I've got the controls. I can pick any color I want, so I can get the right green. And then for most of my videos, which are the tech videos, I'll just drag over here to the blue. I may have to go down to 5%. That's 5%, and it doesn't look very bright in here, but on there, well, I got green light on one side of me. I have other things to do. My retirement party is tonight, and I have to go in a little while. So I have to finish shooting this video so I can go to my retirement party. So I've messed around with this for almost an hour now, and I can't get it to see that light. But I got it working at this one.
The following day.
Well, that could have gone better. See, I'm back to my old ways. So I went to my retirement party and had a lovely time and quite a few drinks. So this morning, with a hangover, I decided to tackle this again. And you'll notice there's green light coming from both sides now. So what I was doing yesterday was deleting the app and resetting both lights, and I was trying to add them both at the same time. This may have been my mistake. Every time I could get this one would join up every time. It would show two, and then when I said complete, it would add that one and forget about that one and then never see it again. So this was annoying. So today I started with a different approach. I said, well, I'll leave the one that's connected, and I'll try to just add in the other one. Yeah, that didn't go well either. If it would never see it, or if it would see it, I'd say complete, and it would say device added 0 of 1. Well, I needed 1 of 1. And then I had a thought, what if they didn't like that they have the same name, because they both have the same name out of the box? So I renamed this guy to K90 left. My left, not your left. And then I tried to add it again. Well, the first time was another failure. Big surprise. But the second time, when I tried to add this one after renaming this one. It popped up and said, hey, want to add this one? And I said, yes. And I immediately renamed that one to K90 Right so that they would never be confused ever again. So I have them both working. So let me get back in the app. So you can see in the app, I have K90 Left and K90 Right. And by the way, if you're doing this at home, to rename them, you tap on the little three dots here and you've got rename, delete, and replace. Create a new scene. Blue. Okay. Add lights. Oh, come on. You can't have the same light in multiple scenes? My goal was to create a scene for each color that I need up here. Green for gear, blue for tech, purple for games. But apparently I can only have one scene with these two lights in it. So I'm going to have to manually, every time, change the lights, which is not a downgrade from the newer lights, which also had to be manually changed each time. But see, for now, if I want to go to blue for tech. Now I'm blue on either side. I mean, it's not hard. It's just annoying. It would have been lovely to be able to set up scenes of the different colors and then just switch between scenes and have it automatically apply the right colors and intensities and everything. But like I said, this one, the old newer, was the same way. But look how much shorter this is. Look how little tiny this is compared to these 3-footers. Which again, as you can see, cast light above the shelf, between the shelves, and below the shelf, whereas this was really just between the shelves. So I like it better. Tell me in the comments if you like it or if you care. You probably don't care. I'm one of those people that little things like this bother me. I've got it working. The rename seemed to work. Again, I don't know if that's what was the problem. All I know is post hoc ergo propter hoc. After I changed the name of the one, it let me add the other one. Before I changed the name, I tried it half a dozen times and it would not let me add the other one. So the only difference was I had changed the name. So maybe you have to change the names. I don't know. But I do know it works if you do. So after a night of celebrating and drinking, I was able to, in my hungover state, get this working. I think by changing the name. I don't know, but I do know I had tried dozens of times and it hadn't worked. But after I changed the name, actually, I don't think it worked the first time. I think it took 2 tries even then. So I don't know what the problem was. But it's all solved. The lights are great. The price is right. Well, actually, it's a little pricey. $229 is a little pricey. And they're from China, so the prices may go up. I'm happy. I'm done with these damn lights. Hopefully, next week they'll be blue again. Or green. Or purple. I never know what's going to happen. So those are the Viltrox K90 38-inch, 30-watt lights. They work fine. I have them plugged in directly to the wall using USB, so I'll never have to worry about power or battery. Again, 70 minutes on 100%, which is pretty damn good. By the way, these are on 5% right now. So you probably would never run these at 100% unless doing a disco. Do they have those anymore? A rave? Yeah, I don't know. I am pleased with them. That's the Viltrox K90 lights, not lenses. That's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Bye-bye. Now I have to go figure out what I'm going to do for next week. I don't know. Thanks for staying to the end. Bye-bye.